This video contains talk of necromancers, parasitic skeletons, and strange versions of weapons. This video also contains background footage of a scout that misses all of their shots. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, potassium people. We're here today with Perrin, the lord of all skeletons, as he told me. Apparently, he's in charge of putting skeletons into people's bodies, but anyways, give it up for Perrin. Perrin, is there anything you want to start?
Skeletons in your closet.
How many?
There's skeleton. 2.
2 skeletons? Oh, goodness. Oh, jeez. Well, as you know, we're a TF2 focused channel, focused on getting the second banana into TF2. So, some of the questions today are going to be on TF2, and then we're going to move on to some more important and more revealing questions about yourself. And during some moments, I am going to eat a banana. So, to start off today's little excursion into your mind, what are your thoughts on the fixed TF2 movement so far?
So far?
Yeah.
Pretty much, I feel like right now, there is not really anything happening. I mean, there's no real goal to strive for now that the petition is over. Now we just have to wait for the summer update. And then we'll just go on after that. If we don't like what's happening with the summer update, then we'll just boycott.
Right. So
right now we just don't really have a goal. So we're just kind of sitting around doing nothing.
So it's like kind of aimless right now? Like there's nothing.
I mean, right now it's pretty much just like fixed TF2 all over again, because we're just kind of wondering what the fuck we should do.
No, that's fair. And Save TF2, when it happened, was kind of led by creators, and it still was in this case. Like creators are like, hey, we should do this, blah blah blah. But it definitely, I have seen a few videos pop up. It's like, well, something's happening with Valve. Things are working. They're banning bots right before the summer update. So fixed TF2 could be working, couldn't be working. Who knows, right? But
yeah, I mean, the main thing that makes fixed TF2 better than save TF2, it's that there are actual people behind it. Like we aren't just all doing our own thing. Like we are listening. We are under the command of other people who know what they're doing, or at least we hope so.
I've seen some interesting takes on Shork and his involvement in it, but you know that's a whole different can of worms. We don't really go into that. I will say this: I think Fixed TF2 had a brilliant idea with the website and the petition, because that was something very non-committal or low committal that people could go to, sign, and then if they wanted to see an update, they could just look at the website. You know, you didn't have to go onto someone's channel and watch a 30-minute long video on, hey guys, today the fixed TF2 movement, nothing's happened yet, but one day it will, you know. So it's my personal take on that, just from kind of what you've been mentioning. I think the low committal part is kind of why it was so successful. But besides fixed TF2, and obviously this kind of goes into what you were saying about what's next, I think that there are a lot of items that could be made into stranges. Things like the Eureka effect, the second banana. I mean, come on, why isn't that in the game, right?
I mean, all right.
What are your thoughts on the second banana?
Okay, I am the skeleton man, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree that a strange second banana is definitely required be in TF2. However, I want a strange bat out of hell.
A what?
A strange bat out of hell. You know, the skeleton melee.
They don't have one?
There's a haunted one, but there's no strange one.
Really? I had no idea. I had no idea that there were cosmetics like that without stranges. Are you serious?
No.
What? That is so bizarre. I'm gonna have to
No,
look this
I
up
mean-
later.
It's not a cosmetic. It's a melee weapon. You know, hold on. Let me just send you the image of it. This melee.
Really?
There is no strange for it.
Oh, it's a dang. Okay, I was thinking it was you said bat out of hell.
Bat out
So-
of hell.
Oh, I was thinking of the other like capped bat one, whatever. I was like, what the flip? Wow.
You know, that has a strange. However, this melee weapon doesn't, and I think it should.
I don't know why a lot of reskins don't have stranges. I mean, it's
Because a
basically
lot of-
just free money for Valve so the gambling addicts can get
Probably
something, you know.
because a lot of reskins are actually promotional items. And
Right.
promotional items don't really have stranges.
Yeah. In this case, this isn't even a promotional item, I don't think. It's just
It's just
Skeleton.
a Halloween item.
yeah. So it's pretty weird. Fair enough, you know. I could definitely see that being added in. This is strange. Bizarre. Well,
I should start making my own videos. Eating a fucking skeleton until Valve adds
eating a bone
strange-
every day until Valve adds a strange bat out of hell.
Just chewing it on a bone.
Yeah. Today, I'm gonna bite the bone a single time, and eventually, after 1,000 years, I'll bite through the entire thing like a dog.
Hi guys. Today we're eating the left bottom right rib cage.
Yeah, no, it's weird. There's so many different items that need strange. Personally, I think banana should be #1, but that's just because I'm very opinionated. So I
See,
definitely we need a lot of stranges.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
See, fun fact. The only heavy lunchbox item to have a strange is the Delocus bar.
No, the sandwich has one.
Does it?
Yeah.
Could have sworn it does. Oh, it
No,
does.
there's like the Robo one, and there's the regular one, and then
Oh, it's
trying to think what else he
$15.
has. I thought Buffalo doesn't have one.
Wait, hold on. Strange.
I'm pretty sure it does. Like, I know the Locust does. I know the
No, it does
Sandwich
not.
does.
Buffalo steak sandwich does not exist.
Okay, interesting. There should be like an effect or a strange counter for while under its effects. It counts the kills or
There
whatever.
should be a strangifier for every item.
Yeah, there really should be, honestly. I mean, I understand some of the promotional items. You don't want to get that all mixed up in there, but isn't there...
Here's
Sun
the
on
thing,
a
with
Stick doesn't
promotional
have a
items,
strange? Why
True.
doesn't that have a strange?
It has a vintage and genuine version, though.
Yeah, but like, if it's not counting kills, I don't want it. It's not... I want it to do something, in my opinion.
I feel like with promotional items, Valve doesn't really want to edit them because then they'll be interfering with promotions they've had like a while ago.
Yeah. No, that
So
makes
like,
sense.
it's a bit too late to add like stranges for those. And also,
Right.
usually stranges do come from crates.
Yeah.
So like promotional items, they aren't from crates.
Right.
So there's no real way to actually get a strange promotional item.
But they could add them in. It's not like the system is so bizarre and difficult to work with that they can't add in items. We've seen it with all the cosmetics they release every year, and freaking they can go back and
Yeah,
just
but the cosmetics come from crates. Everything comes from crates.
yeah, that's fair. Well, we also get stranges from what MVM, like weapons wise. So couldn't they just add those to the pool of weapons?
I mean, possibly they could.
That
like,
that would be
there's
the
no-
easiest change in my opinion. Something like that, you
True.
know. So, stranges are an interesting case. They are
Stranges
quite
are-
strange in
Stranges
TF2.
are quite a strange case to me.
Yeah, stranges have always seemed like a strange case to me. Why are they so expensive on some, like the Gunslinger? We know that it's because there's a limited amount of crates. Whatever, I get that. Moving on from TF2, let's talk about you a little bit more. So, you've had quite a backlog of different projects of varying degrees. For example, you've done voice acting gigs for games like Conviction and its trailer. You've done music creation for Conviction, as well as some streamers to
Everything's
put.
for Conviction.
No, some isn't for Conviction. I know I've
True.
commissioned you for some music before, and then you've
I mean,
also
yeah.
done mod creation for games like Minecraft. So you have quite a backlog of different things you've ventured into. What?
Most of them unfinished, to be honest.
Unfinished.
I have
what
so
would you say
many
is your
unfinished
best
projects.
skill so far? Or maybe your favorite thing to work on?
Favorite thing to work on? I guess voice acting
Voice acting.
for the most part.
Okay. What interests you with voice acting in particular?
That is an interesting question because I don't really know how to answer it.
Yeah, it's kind of open-ended, but like, is it the simplicity of it? Is it practicing a skill? Is it the humor?
Honestly, it's definitely the humor.
Okay.
Mostly because of Gianni.
Ah, yes. Gianni.
Gianni, like fucking Solid JJ, you know those guys.
Yeah, they made careers out of putting on funny voices and doing little skits. So
yeah, and that's mostly what I want to try to do. Thing is, as I am very not creative, and I cannot think of funny shit to actually say.
So here's something I found interesting in that a lot of skits may not be the most funny thing in the world, but if you put your heart and soul into trying, then you'll find funny things to talk about. You'll find funny ideas. And if you're really having a hard time, just look at some of the most common basic things in life. Like the most common things, okay? Like if you go to Walmart and you get mugged and someone stabs you because you live in London, common. That happens every single day, you know?
Walmart is American, and you're saying I get stabbed because I'm in London. That is interesting.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a lot of common things that happen that if you just spin it a little bit, becomes a skit of its own, you know? I've seen these creators make these whole careers out of just, oh, I'm going to the kitchen to get a glass of milk, but the milk's gone. Who could have taken it? And it turns into an interrogation. Did Johnny in the house take the milk? Johnny, come down here. He's got like white stuff all around his lips. Turns out he's eating paste, okay? Then you got another guy who's underneath the couch. He didn't take the milk, but he saw who did.
The skeletons come out of the closet.
And then the skeletons come out. Obviously, he's a freaking skeleton. See? That's what I'm talking about. You could do something like that. Yeah.
Why do you think your milk is gone?
It was the gnomes. It was the gnomes, obviously. They love milk. They make like this little puddle outside of people's houses with milk.
Yeah,
and they
but
use
what's
it to
inside of the
teleport.
gnomes? What's inside of the gnomes? Skeletons.
Skeleton gnomes?
There are skeletons inside of the gnomes.
Oh my gosh. Scary. You know what,
Scary.
actually? I want to ask this a little
you.
later, but I think now is relevant. So, for my whole life, I've known that skeletons are actually parasites put into people so that they can sort of control and work with the host, right? And this whole time, you know, we should be fleshy blobs that move on the ground and think of these genius creations, but we're restricted by the skeleton, that parasite. So, why did you invent the skeleton?
Because it's funny.
Because it's funny. Okay, but how do I remove my skeleton?
All right, so this is something the government doesn't want you to know.
Yes.
Pretty much, what you want to do is first of all, you need to tear off your flesh, peel off your skin.
Mm-hmm.
You need to peel off your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need to run into the woods, and then you need to feed your flesh to the wolves, and then you'll be nothing but a skeleton. And now you need to dispose of yourself. And then,
Okay, so you're saying that there's like, so if I go into the woods, I could go into the woods and then peel off my skin, I think would be more efficient. But if I go in the woods and I have the wolves eat my flesh, which would basically just be me, like I said, I think the skeletons are parasites, right? And this isn't even a theory. Like, you can't remove your skeleton without dying for the most part.
all right, but once you're a skeleton, you can. All right, so once you're a skeleton, right? You can go to the wolves. You can pry their jaw open and just grab your flesh back, and just put it on the ground. And then you need to dispose of yourself. By whatever means necessary. Usually,
Okay.
Acid doesn't work. I've tried.
Wood chipper?
Wood chipper would work.
Okay.
And then what's left to you, which is usually your organs, if they survive the wood chipper, you go over back to where you put your flesh, and then you just reconstruct yourself like a Lego piece.
Huh. You know, I never thought of something like that. It's, I don't know if I'm willing to try it. It sounds very invasive, like an invasive surgery. It's probably also expensive, depending on where you do that.
Or you could just ask Medic TF2.
Are you serious? That's all I had to freaking do? That guy's insane. I want to go to the woods. The woods option sounds cheaper than whatever that maniac would put me through. So, maybe...
Yeah, you could either go the cheaper way, or you can go the very expensive way.
Yeah, so there's the self-medicated route, and then there's the, obviously, institutionalized method.
There is a slight chance that you will lose your soul as well.
Are there necromancers I have to worry about?
Medic.
Okay, Medic. Medic could steal my soul. Do you think he's technically a necromancer?
I feel like he can. I mean, he does. Where do you think he keeps his souls? He has 9 of them.
Yeah. He would keep them inside himself, right? What is that, a Horcrux or something? I forgot the exact term for necromancers. There's like an item.
Them in like jars.
Yeah, there's like an item that as long as that thing is alive, as long as it doesn't break, they can revive an infinite number of times.
Like, how can Medic take someone's soul and that person still be alive? He's a necromancer.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He has to be a necromancer. It's like the most obvious thing that people just haven't seen. He made himself come back to life after dealing with the devil. Necromancers do that all the time. So he is classified as a necromancer of at least himself. But he can definitely take other people's souls. So, good to know. You know, this is the kind of stuff we need to find out on this channel. This is the important stuff.
They say don't deal with the devil. I say don't deal with Medic.
Yeah, man, Medic's scary. He's greater than the devil, really.
He literally played the devil.
So, on a more serious note, who's your favorite necromancer?
Me.
You're a necromancer? I thought you were a skeleton.
I created all of the skeletons.
You know what? I don't know what I was thinking. I clearly knew the answer. I just wasn't thinking. That's my bad. Sorry for wasting your time with that question. Okay. What are your thoughts on Marasmus? He is also a necromancer. He's a wizard of sorts.
I hate wizards.
Isn't a necromancer a wizard? Just like they categorize in a special field?
Exactly.
You hate competition.
Yes. And also hate
That
myself,
makes
but
sense.
that's just a Lithuanian issue.
Okay, that makes sense. So, Marasmus is like lower on the totem pole, and then
Marasmus is my brother.
You should have said that. So what? They steal the recipe for making skeletons from you?
I mean, how do you think he summons all of those 5 FPS skeletons?
You know, I never really thought about this. And like, I thought it was just because they live on a graveyard and there's a bunch of skeletons put into the ground. But that makes a ton of sense. They stole the recipe.
That would mean
basically.
Every single TF2 map is a graveyard.
Yeah, because the mercenaries fight on it. So
exactly.
Every single one.
Marasmus just stole my spells. I hate him for it.
That makes so much sense.
He also drank all my milk.
You know, actually, I've had a weird occurrence lately. So a lot of my milk hasn't been in my home. And it seems like someone stole some of my banana milk as well. Do you know anything about that? I was literally tempted to just stop the interview right there. Just like, that was it. Like, that was the end.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
He ran away.
Okay.
You can't keep getting away with this.
I think we're going to do a slightly shorter interview today, since there's not like a ton of material on you online, which is fine, you know. That's fine. Everyone has their own niches. But if there's one thing you could tell people, just like for life or for anything in general, like a piece of advice, what would that be?
Women don't exist.
Insightful.
Never trust a woman online.
Now, is that a different, like, is that a different wizard or something going on there? Or is it just, do you just know this from extensive research?
Marasmus.
Okay, that makes sense. So, thank you, Perrin, for coming on today. Are there any socials you'd like to plug?
Alright, so there's my YouTube that I don't upload to. There's my Twitch that I don't stream on. What else? I have a Twitter that I
You want to list the names of these? So people can... Okay.
So there's Perrin. There's Perrin.
Hey, your Twitch
Perrin.
one, I think, has some underscores in there.
There are 2 underscores, yes.
2 underscores, got it. Okay. Dope. So Perrin on Twitch, where he doesn't stream.
There's also my PayPal if you guys want to send me money. I need to buy Scoring returns.
Gosh dang it. Hey guys, if you hop onto the Azure Asylum channel and you get an interview from him, make sure to just ask for money. Oh, hey guys, we need money. The strangesecondbanana is secondary, okay? What really happens on this show is people can plug their stuff and ask for donations. So, give this guy some money.
Subscribe to my Patreon.
You don't have one? I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness.
I will now.
You will now. Okay. Great. Well, Perrin, it was great having you on. Thank you for answering questions about the skeletons in my closet. And overall, Valve, please add the strange second banana to TF2.
There's a 3rd skeleton in your closet.
What? What's that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And Valve, keep fixing TF2. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.